Hello, hi, welcome back to part 2, side 2 of Pungent Effulgent, the 1989 debut record from the Ozric Tentacles. The Ozric Tentacles, just Ozric Tentacles. Being a little bit self-indulgent because this is a record I really want to listen to. I know it really well. But by the same token, other people have asked for it. So not this record specifically, but more Ozric Tentacles. A few comments about, I don't really know Ozric, so where should I be listening? What should I listen to first? Well, as I said on the last video, this record, they debut is where you start, and then you just keep going because it's all great. But you've got to start somewhere, so start at the beginning. We now have 3 more tracks, side 2. Ozric, track 1. Kick Muck. You wait till you hear this. Kick Muck is track 2. And Agog in the Ether. As I said on the beginning of side 1, lots of Hawkwind, Steve Hillage, Gong influences in here, Tangerine Dream. The Orb came after this, and you can hear the Orb, hear this sound in some of the Orb stuff. Bit of Pink Floyd, bit of this, bit of that, bit of the other. And I suspect you might be able to hear things that I don't know as well. But it's as a smorgasbord of good, bubbly analog synth, delayed and reverbed guitar, affected instruments, drums, dub bass, reggae, rock, psychedelia. It's just... If you haven't watched side 1 or listened to side 1, do that first, then come back to this. But you don't have to, just mix it up a bit. Stay with this. Anyway, we're recording. That's recording. I think we are. Let's get on with it. Three, a 2, a 1. We're down. So much. It's probably patently clear already. Remember, this is in the days before computers. I mean, no, not before computers, but before using computers to make your sound. So it's all physical analog synths and guitars and basses and drums and stuff on the stage. Nothing coming out of a laptop. It kind of makes it just that little bit more amazing. Symbol in a minute. There you go. Greatest, slowest builds of all time. This is just so good. Shivers listening to this. dissipated, but it all comes back again in a minute. Can you hear the Steve Hillage influence and that guitaring? Of dynamics is just so masterful. Such tingly synth sounds. What it feels like when you have the shivers running up your back. Back into the riff again. Reverb on the drums is massive. You know, on other videos, and I've talked about the 1980s drum sound. Well, this isn't it. This is recorded in the 80s, but it is such a huge sound, but not with that horrible gated drum sound that everyone's desperate to have, with sort of no dynamics and it's just artificial. This sounds amazing. Just everything sits so well in the mix. And I love the fact that they are using vocals, human voice, but it's an instrument. It's not a singing voice. Really long tape delay on the guitars. If you listen to the Orb, they use a lot of this sort of delay and stuff in some of their tracks. It sounds very Orb-like. Well, the Orb sound very Ozric-like, put it that way. Kick Muck is now coming. Oh, one of the greatest riffs ever. Original keyboard parts again. So original. cannot groove along to this. And now, a gog in the ether. Singing through the flute. What a lovely way just to finish it all off. Hey? Hey? I had not forgotten how good this record was, but I'd kind of not really thought about it for a while because I've been listening to so much other stuff. And something's just been sort of nibbling away in the back of my mind for a few weeks. Ozric Tentacles, Ozric Tentacles, Ozric Tentacles, Ozric Tentacles. And I thought, I have no agenda to this channel. You know that. There's no schedule. There's no sort of, I've got to sort of get X number of videos done. I've got to do this, that, the other. I've got a lot. I've got a lot of music there to listen to that I've never listened to at all. That I'm sort of working my way through. Not obviously not all of it, but it's sometimes you still want to listen to things you know and you love. You can't always be listening to new music because otherwise, music isn't then something that's integral and important to you, or a certain bit. This record has been a soundtrack to my life for every year since about 1989, at different parts of it. And I was thinking about when this was playing. This is probably I'll probably do a video about my top favourite albums of all time at some point. But I really think this is going to be in there. Along with some other ones which are probably more obvious. But this record for me is, I can listen to this any time and enjoy it, and there's not a moment of it that I don't enjoy. I think every single part of this is fantastic, and that it's a debut. It's their first ever studio album, and it's made without sort of the use of computer sequencers, and it's made without record label money. It's all completely independent. It's all an indie band, so independent. It just boggles the mind, really. It just sounds incredible, and it doesn't sound dated to my ear. It really doesn't. It's this sonic, just the size of the sound, and the care with how it's recorded, and the originality of the different sounds in there, and the soundscape, and the it's. If you didn't enjoy this, then I'm not saying we can't be friends, but I know everyone has their own take on things. But I'd be surprised if you didn't like this record. Put it that way. Yes. So there you go. That is your introduction, if you needed one, to Ozric Tentacles. The album is Pungent Effulgent. Is released in 1989. And is kind of available everywhere. It's on Spotify, iTunes. iTunes doesn't exist anymore, does it? Apple Music, streaming places, and also CDs, records if you want. It's everywhere. If you like it, get it. I'll see you guys on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. Until then, this is Jim. Over and out.